As I am walking around the streets in Japan, there's a thought that came to me just about some different cultures and driving. This one specifically on driving. I'm from New Orleans. The United States, the United States is a really big country, and just going to another state is a completely different culture. I'm sorry if there's some sound. I'm trying to set up the mic, and I was like, I'm taking way too long to do this. I just need to film this video. But there's so many different cultures just in America alone. I remember having my own cultural shocks being from the south of the United States and going to the north and realizing some things. I'm going to give an example. When I was in New York and I was hanging out there and meeting people and just experiencing what it is, after hanging out with someone, I was going to go home and I didn't know how to go home, right? Like, it's New York. I don't know what's safe, what's not. And so I just asked my friend who I was hanging out with if she would drop me off back home. And she looked so confused when I said that. Like, what? Drop you off back home? And then she's like, hold on. And she walked over to her parents and she asked them if they would drive me home. And I was like, wait, why are you asking your parents? Like, why wouldn't you just drive me home? Well, I think she said she hasn't driven her car in somewhere like 3 to 5 years. She hasn't really driven. The cultural shock here is in New York, people, some people drive. I mean, if you've seen the traffic that exists there, holy crap, I would not want to be in that. But some people do drive. But a lot of people in New York don't drive because the traffic's insane. I wouldn't either. Additionally, there are some really good systems like buses, metro systems to take you around New York, so you don't have to drive. So she just didn't need to. But in New Orleans or probably in tons of other places in the United States, which I've been to and seen a lot of the cultures. You have to drive. You have to. Like, you want to go out to the convenience store for a second, you're going to take a drive. It's just, you got to take your car anywhere. And so now I'm living in Vietnam. It's actually a pretty walkable country in most places. So you could just walk and do everything. But it's part of the culture to take your scooter or motorbike out every time you go out. You're just going around the block, you take your scooter out. But I'll tell you what, taking a scooter out is so much easier than taking a car out. It's just so quick. It's like a bicycle. It's like, I'll ride my bicycle around the block. Right? It's just so easy. And so, because I live in Vietnam and I'm able to take the bike out everywhere, I just do. Just easy. All right, I'm filming this and also trying to be aware of my surroundings at the same time. Hopefully this mic has captured enough sound where, I'm not holding the phone up like this, walking around and stuff like that. I feel like that's super awkward. Down here is okay. And I heard, someone tracking behind me for a while, so I stopped it to pay attention. Right? Just be safe. You can do what you want. Just be safe. It's easy enough. But yeah, as I'm seeing here in Japan, like, a lot of people have cars. There's a lot of cars on the road, but the majority of people will take the metro system. It's so good here. So they probably don't have to drive. I'm not sure if a lot of people have cars. Like, you don't have to have a car. There's no need to when the system is so good. Makes me think one day in Vietnam, the system will probably be good as well. People love being packed in like sardines in Vietnam, so I imagine that's going to be the case. They built a metro system in Saigon recently. It took 12 years to build it. 12 years, that's insane. But it runs really well. Like, it looks good. It's made by a Japanese company and it runs really well. So I wonder what they're going to think and how they're going to continue it, because I honestly feel that they're on the right track. If they build a lot more of that, it would, oh my God, it would help with the pollution, the air pollution in Vietnam. Horrible. It's horrible. I'm living in Saigon at the moment because my girlfriend, she needs to be there for a little bit. Don't need to get into the weeds of that. But I'm living in Saigon, and I think it is one of the worst things you can do. I think it's getting too dark. I'll walk this way. It's like one of the worst places you can live for your actual physical health because the pollution is so bad. It's the most polluted city I've ever lived in my life. I really hope it's not taking years off my life, but I can feel every time I'm out that it is. And I can smell it. It's just horrible. And so I really hope that they build more of these systems and it helps decrease their pollution over the next 20 or 50 years. I started this video because I saw just someone sitting in a car waiting, and I was like, he looked like a normal person. I'm like, the Japanese people I've met, I guess certain areas they'll have cars they use a lot. In the city, people just won't. That made me think about the time in New York where I knew people that didn't have a car. And like, you don't have to have a car. For a while, as I was traveling, I was thinking, I don't need a car, I don't need a motorbike or anything. But eventually, I did learn how to drive a motorbike. While I was in Vietnam, I learned how to drive one. Just a scooter, honestly. But I learned how to drive it. And that opened up my world to so much freedom. And I remember being at a gym in Vietnam and talking to some of the people there. And one of the guys, he's like, we were talking about how far away we live from the gym. And he's like, 3 minutes. And I was like, oh, you just walk. He's like, no, I drive. It's Vietnamese culture. And like the way he said it, Vietnamese culture, I was like, yes. Like, that's it. You just nailed it. It's culture. People either drive or don't drive or walk places. It's all culture. Everything around how you get somewhere is the culture. Yes, sure, infrastructure changes it. It matters. But the culture is the huge influence in all of that. Anyway, so I just wanted to, I guess, film this quickly and go on a rant about this. And yeah, those are my thoughts. Hope you're doing good. Hi from Japan.